Want to keep your dining budget to a minimum on your next Walt Disney World Resort trip? I have a gift card for $200 and I am in the parks for 6 full days. I'm going to take you along with me through my entire trip and we are going to eat strictly off the kid menus. I'm going to show you some options that are not like just kid friendly, that adults can eat as well. So are you ready to go have an adventure, an eating adventure? Well, let's go. Now, I'm not doing like an exact challenge, but I still want to show you that you can eat on a budget while you're here, but also the reality of sometimes you want snacks, sometimes you want popcorn, sometimes you want a Mickey bar. So I'm pretty sure that for one adult for 6 full days in the parks, that $200 should cover it. So I am going to take you through like, am I still hungry? Is it filling? You know, just all those small details that you want to know about eating and trying to control at least one aspect of your vacation as far as budget goes. And you can do that slightly when it comes to dining. So, all right, let's go. First up, we are headed to South Tule Canteen. Now, the whole reason that I picked doing this during this time of the year, because it's August and it's very hot. I don't eat very heavy during this time of the year. So I thought that this would just be absolutely perfect to show that you can still get kids meals. And honestly, I'm looking at this and I feel more hungry than this is, but we'll see how this fills me up. But this is grilled chicken, black beans, and rice, and then it also has some slaw on it. So I'm very excited. It does look like that it is thigh meat, so it should be very juicy. And then my favorite thing in the entire world, a Coke. A crispy Coke. Oh my gosh, that's the best thing ever. We are in South Tule Canteen. I got the chopped wood grilled chicken bowl with crunch vegetable slaw served with your choice of a base, and I got the black beans and rice. As my drink, I also got a Coke. All right, let's do it. Let's do the first bite. Now, Animal Kingdom is my absolute favorite park to eat in because everything has flavor. The flavor on this chicken is so good. Now normally like with the adult size portion, you'll get like a vinaigrette. You can choose like a topping. I kind of like this better just dry without it. I've always gotten like the vinaigrette or some kind of sauce on the adult one. No, but this is really good. So it really has like that not smoked flavor, grilled. There we go, the grilled flavor. All right, now before we get too far into this, you know, eat with me basically all through the parks and eating kids meals. Now, I can eat, like eat. So I do also want to put that in there that I'm not a light eater, but I am a light eater whenever it's hot. Now, again, whenever I sat down and I looked at the bowl and the size of the bowl and the amount of food, I was like, there's no way. Actually, that was literally the exact amount of food that I needed. I don't know if it is because of the rice and the beans that also helped made it filling, but I feel just enough satiated basically and not feel like, because sometimes you just, you know, you overeat. Not to mention it is literally 2 o'clock in the afternoon in August. So you can only imagine like how hot it is. Again, that was just the perfect amount of food. I've got good energy from the rice, from the carbs, and the chicken, and got some protein. So on to the next. We are in Magic Kingdom today. Now, I do have to confess, last night after Animal Kingdom, I did not eat a second meal like I thought I was going to. Casey's corn dog nuggets were just calling my name in Magic Kingdom, so I ended up kind of waiting and having Casey's. Now, in terms of cost, since we are keeping track of like how much I spend, we're going to like put that in the mix. Now for Casey's Corner specifically, none of the meals are separated by adults or kids. So out of the meals that I probably have this week, that is going to be the most expensive one that I have. I do believe they were $10.99, plus I had to add a drink, whereas with kids meals, the drinks are included. So well, at the end of the video, we'll like talk through a few things, you know, what's worth it, what's not, that kind of thing. But today we are in Columbia Harbor House. I am ordering the grilled salmon. So with the kid meal here, the grilled salmon will come with a few choices of sides. So I did pick the green beans and the rice, and then also a fountain drink, or you can get like a milk or a juice or something like that. Of course, you know me, I had to go with a Coke. So again, we are inside Columbia Harbor House. This is what the kids' salmon looks like with the 2 sides. Again, I got white rice and green beans, and then my drink of choice was a Coke. Again, portion looks little, so hopefully the rice and the green beans plus the salmon fill me up. This was $8.79. It looks good. Okay. It tastes like salmon. I mean, honestly, I don't even know how hot it is today, but it's hot. On this day, this is actually perfect. I needed the protein, the vegetables, the rice. I needed a good carb, but not like fried carb. You know what I mean? I still need like energy carb. So now the thing is it gonna hold me? Or how long is it gonna hold me? I don't know what it is about a Disney vacation, but I have to have a Coke all the time. It's so good. Perfect. That went down very fast. However, I'm sitting here and just like kind of like thinking it through, like, am I hungry? Do I need more? Do I need to get something else? But I think I'm okay. Like, again, that was just enough with the protein, with the rice, and then the vegetable. I also think that drinking the Coke also helped fill me up just a little bit, but I don't feel bogged down, which is one of the most important things that I don't want to feel. I'm not gonna lie, last night whenever I had Casey's, after I had it, I did not feel well. Again, I think it was just because I scarfed it down. Yeah, I didn't even breathe. I just, yeah, it was so good. But again, I just, well, and it was heavy on me. And that's one major thing that I do not like, especially if I'm coming to Walt Disney World during the warm months. And you know, that's like 90% of the time out of the year. My favorite cheap snack. One of my best money-saving things is the popcorn bucket. To get the most out of a popcorn bucket, you do need to purchase the bucket, and I would suggest doing it at the beginning of your trip, and it is $14.25. But for your entire stay, you can get refills for $2.25. So if you see yourself eating, like you need something salty, like through your trip more than likely, then the popcorn bucket is absolutely worth the money. Now, I was just here in April, and this is this year's popcorn bucket. So I actually brought this popcorn bucket back with me, and I can still get the refills for $2.25. So for our total, I only had to spend the $2.25 for the snack today. As you are beginning to plan out like your menu and where you want to eat and try to keep, everything, within a certain budget, how you can go in and actually look at the menus at the different places to see like pricing and then what is offered. So you're going to open your My Disney Experience app. At the bottom, you're going to tap the location icon. At the top, you are going to tap dining. Then from there, on the top left, you're going to tap location. From here, you can either do it by park, or if you want to see like at different resorts or anything like that, you can also tap show other options, I do believe is what it says. And it will show everything there. From there, you can go in and tap the location that you want. On the next screen, it'll just show like the map itself, and it'll show like little icons. If you want to see like a full out list, like I usually like to do, on the bottom right hand corner, tap show list, and it's going to list everything in alphabetical order. So you're going to be able to tap whatever location that you want. On the next screen, you're going to be able to tap view menu, and from there you can see pricing and then what each location has to offer. Still in Magic Kingdom, adding to our budget, shaken Jamaican. I just needed a little pick-me-up. I think I'm going on, it's what? It's almost 7 o'clock right now. 12 hours. I'm going on 12 hours being here in Magic Kingdom today. So, adding this to our total. We are back in Magic Kingdom today for day 3, and I am here before Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, whenever I got into the park, I got like everything that I could get done before the party done already, and I needed something more substantial. So we went ahead and came to Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe here in Frontierland, and I got the Citrus Chipotle Chicken Rice Bowl for $8.49. All right, here we go. I love everything. Such good flavor, especially for a kid's meal. Wow. We are inside Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. I got the Citrus Chipotle Chicken Rice Bowl. You can choose 2 sides. I got the cilantro rice and beans. And again, the portion of this looks small, but having that extra side of rice and beans, I think is really just going to add the protein and just fill me up like I need to, and just enough, because tonight is hot. It is so hot today. So this was literally like the perfect choice for today.
Also during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, I had 2 snacks. So I had the hot honey lemonade, and then I also had the pumpkin churros.
Okay, hair's gotta go up for just a little bit. So my favorite place to come sit and eat breakfast is right behind the Ye Olde Christmas shop in Liberty Square. I'm literally looking at the castle and having one of my favorite breakfasts, and it is a waffle with strawberries, blueberries, and whipped cream.
The waffle with berries, powdered sugar, and whipped cream is located at Sleepy Hollow in Liberty Square. And again, for the breakfast menus, there was no kid option versus adult menu option, so I just got the adult size.
So light, sweet, just perfect.
Another thing that I want you to be thinking about as you are planning your meals whenever you come to Walt Disney World and trying to stay within a budget is do not discount going to a resort. A lot of resorts have really good food and are within like a quick either monorail ride or a Skyliner ride from the park. So you can get into the park early, do the things that you need to do, hop on the monorail, hop on the Skyliner, and head to a resort, decompress, and eat some really good food. Even the kids' meals are a really good option. So for Hollywood Studios Day, you can hop on the Skyliner, you can go to Disney's Riviera Resort, you can go to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, you can also get dropped off at the back of Epcot, and you can head to the Yacht and Beach Club and also the Boardwalk. When it comes to the monorail resort, especially if you're in Magic Kingdom and you're looking for just like a little bit better food, because Magic Kingdom does tend to have more like the burgers, the chicken fingers, you know, things like that. So hop on that monorail. You can go to Disney's Contemporary Resort, you can go to Disney's Polynesian Resort, and you can also go to Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. And today we are going to hop on the monorail and head to Disney's Polynesian Resort and try a kids meal from there.
So I got at the Polynesian at Captain Cook's. So I got the grilled chicken and pineapple skewers with a lot of like lettuce and cucumber, and then also some cherry tomatoes. So I did already just take a bite of the chicken. Chicken is actually really good. Like there's no spices on it or anything like that, but the sesame like dipping sauce is good. I think I'm gonna make this into like a salad and eat it that way. So yeah, we're gonna turn this like kids meal into like an adult salad, so hold on. All right, there you go. So I cut up all the chicken, cut up the pineapple, and this is the sauce I'm going to use as the dressing. Got a little bit of everything. That's really good. I think what I like most about it is it's so light and refreshing, but still has the protein. Yes.
The Plaza Ice Cream Parlor on Main Street was calling my name, so I got a little sweet treat.
All right, we hopped over to Epcot for dinner this evening. I got the chicken tacos. It comes with chips and also a queso blanco and a cutie. That's a big old cutie. The queso itself actually is really good. It's very, very creamy. The chips are like cantina chips. They're very good. I like the crunch on them. These are good. And then the chicken fajita. Nothing special, but I can eat Mexican food any day, so this is perfect. But it is chicken fajita meat. It is thigh meat, so it's dark meat, so it makes it juicier. But I like this. And then of course, my crispy Coke. I needed one.
In the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot at La Cantina de San Angel are the chicken tacos with chips. I also got queso, a cutie, and a Coke. I also got so many chips that I ended up bagging up some chips and taking them back with me.
I'm telling you, I'm on day 6. Yeah, day 6 of eating. And every single time I get a kid's meal, I look at it and I'm like, there's no way that that is enough. It's always just the right amount. Always. I've been in love eating like this. All week long, especially in this heat. Okay, now, do you remember this wasn't a challenge? This was just, you know, whatever was speaking to me. So I did splurge a little bit on my hard cider. In Epcot at the Morocco Pavilion, seasonally they have different hard ciders, and every time I come, I have to try a new cider. This one is the pineapple, the Three Sisters Brewings. Yeah, pineapple apple cider. So,
crisp, tart, but it's got a bite at the back of it. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's really nice. Yeah, it's crisp and it's clean. So this is what I wanted. I wanted something light. I didn't want a margarita. I didn't want a headache. I didn't want beer. I didn't want it sitting on me. Ciders are just like the perfect touch. It is Hollywood Studios Day today. Hollywood Studios is great for like kids salads. So if you get into the point into your trip, you're like, you know, day 4, day 5, you need something green. You're tired of just having Mickey waffles, fried stuff, ice cream, you know what I mean. But you just need something healthy. Hollywood Studios, when it comes to like the kids meals, here at ABC Commissary and then also at the Backlot Express, they both have great salads here, and I'm and like the smell on this salad is amazing. Yeah, with this arugula, this chicken, not to mention the orange and the baked chips that come with it. And you know, that crispy Coke every time. Inside ABC Commissary is the chicken arugula farro salad with Granny Smith apples, dried cranberries, plant-based Parmesan, pecan, and a Dijon vinaigrette, and then also with chicken. We got a little bit of everything. Yep, let's do it. I wish you could taste the vinaigrette on this. It has so much flavor in it. It is so good. And then there's also like brown rice in here, so I know that this is gonna fill me up. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to rank these at the end because this is just like, this is hitting the spot. So I just peeled the cutie and I put it in the salad, so let's see. Another level of flavor. That's good. I do want to remind you that you can bring food in the park. So if you decide to like, you know, just like bring some sandwiches, some fruit bagged up, some chips, granola bars, you know, things like that. That stuff can come in the parks. You can have small little coolers, and the only thing you cannot have any kind of loose ice. At the beginning of my trip, I did make a little small, very small, tiny Target run. I got like some instant oatmeal to make in the rooms, like in the mornings, or sometimes I'll just bring the packets with me into the parks, and I'll just go to like Starbucks and ask for really hot water and just have some oatmeal in the mornings to just kind of walk around. I also got like a few yogurts. I got a couple of Lunchables. And I also did get a little bit of fruit. The Target I went to didn't really have a whole lot, but I would have gotten a bigger fruit bowl and like bagged that and brought it with me in the parks, not realizing that I was gonna have like some better foods in the parks as well, eating on the kids menu. So I just wanted to remind you that you do have that option to help you stay within a budget. And as you saw, I did do a lot of like random eating, small snacks, stuff that's not kids' meals. So I'm gonna go home. I'm going to break all of that down, do all of the math, and then also rate all of the kids' meals that I had. So I will see you at home. I'm gonna say, I was extremely impressed with that experiment. You know, sometimes whenever you go to Disney World, and you go to Disney World often, you get stuck in a rut and you get the same things over and over and over again. Well, this specific trip, I like stepped out of that finally, and I'm so glad that I did. Like I said, I was very impressed with all of the kids' meals that I had, and also how it held me, how it held my appetite in check, and I wasn't hungry like, you know, like right after. Like I wasn't hungry an hour later. It really did hold me for like longer stretches. Another thing that I really loved is with the kids' meals, having the drink included in the meal really was everything, and also the size of the drink. So whenever you get an adult meal, whenever you get a Coke or a Sprite or something like that, it's roughly like $5.29, $5.69, $5.79, just kind of depending on where you are. And that thing is huge. It is huge. Not to mention the cups get really flimsy after a while, and there are no lids on the cups. There's no lids anywhere in Walt Disney World. And for me, I can't always drink a big, huge thing. I end up throwing half of that away because it is so large. Having just the small little kids cup with the Coke every time that I got a meal, it was just enough. I just needed that little bit of burn, you know, whenever you drink a Coca-Cola, you know what I'm talking about. Even if I felt like I might have needed like another little hit of Coke, just a little bit more. There were 3 locations where I could actually go up and get refills. So in Animal Kingdom, South Tule Canteen, I was able to go up and just get a little more Coke just to have just a little bit more in my cup. And then also ABC Commissary in Hollywood Studios. And lastly, of course, whenever you are eating at the quick service location at the resort, so at the Polynesian at Captain Cook's, I was also able to get just a little bit more Coke in there. And again, just feel like that I satiated that craving of the Coca-Cola for the day. I do need to add 2 things to our total because I did not have any footage to like be able to show you to talk about it like whenever I was like in the park. But I did refill my popcorn bucket one more time, so that was another $2.25. And then I did have another Joffrey's coffee, and that was $5.70. Also, side note, if you're an annual pass holder, you can get annual pass discounts at Joffrey's coffee station. So that was awesome to learn this trip as well. So bringing my entire total in the parks to $131.59. And with the leftovers, I was able to buy myself a pair of Mickey ears that I have been wanting for quite a while. And then I still had money left over from that $200 gift card. And whenever I got home, I just put the rest of it towards my November trip that I'll be back for. So very excited and very impressed with the experiment of eating kids' meals in the parks. But now let's go and we're going to rate all of them. And I'm just going to rate the kids' meals, not the other things that weren't technically kids' meals. In total, I ate 6 different kids' meals. We're going to start with the lowest one. So number 5 and number 6 are actually kind of tied. And one of them is going to be from Magic Kingdom at Columbia Harbor House, and that was the salmon. Don't get me wrong, it was good. I wish it had just a little bit more flavor, especially with the rice. The rice was literally just plain, and so were the green beans. Like in terms of flavor wise, it's on like the bottom tier. In terms of like how much, like pricing wise, it was a little bit on the higher end because it was, I think, almost at that $9 price point. But in terms of taste, probably number 6. Number 5 is going to be in Epcot at the Mexico Pavilion. It is going to be the tacos. Again, they were just like regular tacos that you can make at home, and then just having the chips and the queso. There just wasn't much to it. Don't get me wrong, I literally could eat Mexican food every single day of my life. I love them, but if you're looking for just like a little bit more pizzazz, probably on the ranking level, the tacos are going to have to be like, you know, right there on the lower end. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the salad that I made out of the pineapple and chicken skewers from the Polynesian Resort. Once I did that, the flavors really did just come together. Like by themselves, they were just like, just kind of plain. But once I mixed all of it, I cut it all up and then put that sauce on top of the lettuce and everything. Again, the flavors. I was looking for like flavors. And once I did that, so much better. Number 3 is going to be at South Tule Canteen in Animal Kingdom. I love South Tule Canteen, do not get me wrong. The rice and the beans sometimes can be a little dry, but the chicken had incredible flavor. It really did. The whole dish was very filling, and I do think it is because of all of the protein with the rice, the beans, and the chicken. So that did very well. Like I said, the flavors were there, but the top 2 just had just a little bit more flavor that just really zinged in my mouth, and I really, really enjoyed. So number 2 is going to be the Pecos Bill, the Chipotle chicken rice bowl that I had. There was just something about that marinade on that chicken. It was so good. I got the cilantro rice, I thought was very good, and then also the beans. Again, spice on that is what made that come above the South Tule Canteen. And then lastly is going to be the Hollywood Studios at ABC Commissary. Number 1 is going to be that chicken salad. The vinaigrette on that lettuce was so good. Even with me cutting up like the chicken and then also cutting up the orange that I had, the little cutie, and putting that in there, again, just top tier. And then I really loved having the chips. It was just another added thing to put in there. I even didn't show this on camera, kind of crumpled some up, you know, just kind of put on top for another texture. I was just playing around with different things and just being silly. But yeah, so by far the salad in Hollywood Studios at that $8 and what, 30 price point, that was incredible. So there you have it. There was my experiment and eating on a budget, only kids meals on my 6-day trip at Walt Disney World. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. Also consider subscribing as I take you all around Walt Disney World with the tips, tricks, and everything that you need to know to make your trip magical. I'm Terry with Creating the Magic. Have a magical day.